Next, we move on to 1440. Good morning! It's Monday, June 29th, and coronavirus cases are continuing to surge. Facebook is battling an ad boycott, and Mississippi is set for a flag change. Oh, dear God. Need to know. 2.5 million cases. The U.S. passed 2.5 million confirmed coronavirus cases over the weekend, with almost 126,000 deaths. The figure equals roughly 1/4 of the world's total reported cases, which now exceed 10 million, with 500,000 deaths, despite the U.S. accounting for under 5% of the global population. The 7-day moving average for new daily cases in the U.S. is more than 36,000, roughly 5,000 higher than the previous April peak. The virus continues to accelerate in states like Arizona, Texas, Florida, and elsewhere. Both Florida and Texas reversed reopening plans, limiting capacity and service at bars and restaurants. Ugh. California closed bars in Los Angeles and across the Central Valley. Vice President Mike Pence canceled public campaign events scheduled for this week in Arizona and Florida. See states with the largest increase in cases and deaths over the past week here. Despite the spike in new cases, death rates have thus remained much lower than in April. Public health experts say this may be a combination of the lag between new cases and severe symptom onset, an undercount of existing cases in April, and an increasing infection rate in young people. I'm so sure there was an undercount. Right. Some estimates report patients under 35, less likely to fall seriously ill but more likely to drive asymptomatic spread, account for half of new cases in recent weeks. Here's a look at the risk factors for severe COVID-19 symptoms. Facebook ad boycott. An advertiser boycott against Facebook snowballed over the weekend as Unilever, Coca-Cola, Honda, and others said they would suspend spending over claims the platform too loosely regulates hate speech and misinformation. Many advertisers have complained their ads often appear next to questionable paid content, and more than 130 companies will pause ads through at least July. Oh, brother. Direct revenue loss may be minimal. The company's nearly $70 billion in ad revenue is spread across millions of ad buyers, but Facebook stock fell 8.3% Friday, erasing more than $56 billion in market value. Organizers have said they are not focused on financial impact, but rather forcing the company to change its content moderation policies. They want more censorship? More tyranny? Is that it? Company officials said they set policy independent of revenue dollars, though CEO Mark Zuckerberg said the company would do more to tamp down on hateful content in a virtual town hall Friday. Because hateful is an objective term, right? It's not just something that to one person is okay, but to another person is awful. Because that's exactly what it is. It's completely subjective. One experiment showed how easily misinformation slips through Facebook's review process. Obviously, one of your problems is people going to Facebook to see what their friends are posting in order to find whatever facts and news is happening that day. Flag change in Mississippi. Mississippi lawmakers voted yesterday to initiate a process to remove a Confederate emblem from the state flag. The bill, expected to be signed by Governor Tate Reeves, Republican, come on, man, would create a committee to submit a new design for approval by November. Critics had pushed for a change for years, but recent nationwide protests over racial justice and the state's college athletics programs accelerated the decision. Nationwide protests over racial justice, over history, over the preservation of history. That's what this is about. It's about protesting the preservation of history. The current design, adopted in 1894, features a version of the Confederate battle flag in the upper left corner. Its inclusion was said to honor fallen Confederate soldiers. Citizens of Mississippi who died fighting for their homes, not for slavery, for their homes, for their families. Mississippi is the only remaining state to include the symbol in its flag. Many have noted a change is particularly warranted given Mississippi has the country's largest percentage of black residents at almost 38%. See the Stennis flag, one of the leading contenders to replace the banner. No, thank you. Separately, Princeton University will drop former President Woodrow Wilson's name from its School of Public Policy. Just erasing history. Bone broth for better living. Kettle and fire. Imagine you need a quick snack or light meal. Maybe you just finished a workout, or maybe that MasterChef marathon caused you to build up an appetite. We're not judging, but you need something nutritious, delicious, and ready to eat in seconds. You need Kettle and Fire. Kettle and Fire wants to make the world a better place by making health convenient and delicious. Their premium line of bone broth was crafted meticulously by world-class chefs and made with the best whole ingredients. See them here. It's rich in collagen, protein, electrolytes, and other supporting nutrients you won't find anywhere else. So whether you lead an on-the-go lifestyle, work out frequently, or need to hit dietary goals like gluten-free, non-GMO, keto, paleo, or Whole30, Kettle and Fire is the brand for you. All products are ready to ship and delivered right to your door, so grab your first taste of Kettle and Fire today. For the next 7 days, all 1440 readers can get 20% off with coupon code 1440. Please support our sponsors. In the know. Sports, entertainment, and culture. Former NFL MVP Cam Newton signs one-year deal with New England Patriots, will compete for starting quarterback job left vacant by Tom Brady. Milton Glaser, New York Magazine co-founder and creator of iconic I Heart New York logo, dies at 91. The graduate author Charles Webb dies at 81. The Young and the Restless and Jeopardy host Alex Trebek among big winners at Daytime Emmy Awards. Artists Roddy Ricch and Lizzo lead awardees at 2020 BET Awards. Drool-worthy flavors keep clean eating fresh, interesting, and fun. Boredom kills any healthy eating plan, which is why Kettle and Fire created 16 distinct flavors that hit the spot no matter what you're in the mood for. Grab 20% off with code 1440. Science and technology. Dolphins learn new methods to hunt prey and search for food from their peers, not just their mothers, study finds. Well, dolphins are very smart. Theorists calculate a new upper limit for the quantization of a unit of time at 10 to the negative 33rd power seconds. Einstein's general relativity says time should be continuous, while quantum mechanics says it should be discrete. DNA analysis on a 9,500-year-old Siberian dog suggests sledge dogs evolved much earlier than previously thought. Study impacts the timeline for when and how Arctic settlers adapted to the environment. Business and markets. U.S. stock markets down Friday. S&P 500 down 2.4%, Dow down 2.8%, Nasdaq down 2.6% as panic cases grow. Shares of grocer Albertsons trade down 3% in first day as public company after pricing IPO below target range. Amazon acquires autonomous driving tech firm Zoox for reported $1.2 billion. Apparel retailer Gap shares surge 42% after announcing partnership with Kanye West to develop Yeezy Gap line. Fracking pioneer Chesapeake Energy files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and amid panic-induced decline in energy prices. Politics and world affairs. One dead after a gunman opens fire outside a Louisville protest zone. Suspect had reportedly been part of protests but was asked to leave after causing a disruption. President Trump draws backlash after sharing then deleting a video that includes a Florida senior yelling "white power." Aides say he never saw the comment. Okay. Russian intelligence units reportedly offered bounties to Taliban-linked militants for killing U.S. and foreign soldiers in Afghanistan. Saharan dust cloud reaches the southeastern U.S., with health warnings issued for those with respiratory ailments. Gulf states expected to be hit later in the week. Whole ingredients, no BS. Too many health problems boil down to bad food. Many of the foods that are convenient and available to us are pumped full of addictive sugars and artificial ingredients with zero nutritional value. But that doesn't have to be the case with Kettle and Fire. Their bone broths are great sources of collagen for your skin, protein for your muscles, electrolytes for hydration, and so much more. It's compatible with most diets, and the flavors are delicious. Some of our favorites are coconut curry and butternut squash. Yummy. Check Kettle and Fire out today and use code 1440 for 20% off. Please support our sponsors. Etc. What parents can learn from child care centers that stayed open during lockdown. That sounds interesting. Why you should wear a face mask in one simple model. No, thank you. The stunning beauty of a hike in the Dolomites. I don't know what that is. From our partners, did you know what Intel, CES, and other cool tech businesses have in common? They all use .tech domains. Learn about .tech and use code TECH499 for a 90% discount on your purchase. 90%, wow. Yelp's Economic Impact Report paints a bleak picture for restaurants. Sad. Want to do some self-care? Stop doom scrolling. NASA compiles a video of 1 decade in the sun's life. Beyoncé will drop a Lion King-inspired visual album in July. The fuck is a visual album? And contenders for 2020's Song of the Summer. Clickbait. This summer's cicadas may turn into sex-crazed zombies. Ugh, that sounds lovely. History book. Original Globe Theater burns to the ground, 1613. Sad. Happy birthday, Kawhi Leonard, 1991. U.S. Space Shuttle docks with Russian space station for first time, 1995. Rest in peace, Hollywood legend Katharine Hepburn, 2003. Apple releases first iPhone, 2007. Love has nothing to do with what you're expecting to get, only with what you're expecting to give. Katharine Hepburn. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you, and goodbye.